The moment I stepped off the plane in Marrakesh, the air felt different, thick with spices, dust, and centuries of history. The city greeted me with a warmth that was both literal and figurative, the sun beating down as the scent of cumin and saffron drifted through the breeze. Even the airport itself seemed to hum with anticipation, as if it knew the stories that were about to unfold. The city's vibrant chaos pulled me in, narrow streets, lively voices, and a sense of purpose in every step. Vendors called out, their stalls overflowing with colorful fabrics and fragrant spices, while locals navigated the maze-like alleys with practiced ease. Every corner promised a new discovery, every sound and smell a reminder that I was far from home. This was Morocco, a land of ancient traditions and wild landscapes, calling to the adventurer in me. The contrast between the bustling city and the silent, rugged mountains beyond was striking, a reminder of the journey that lay ahead. My mission, clear and daunting, was to conquer Mount Toubkal, the highest peak in North Africa. Its snow-capped summit seemed to beckon from afar, promising both challenge and reward. But this journey was about more than a summit. It was about immersing myself in a new culture and understanding the Berber people, legendary for their resilience. I wanted to learn from their stories, to witness their way of life, and to appreciate the strength that comes from living in harmony with such a formidable landscape. Standing in the heart of Marrakesh, surrounded by snake charmers and storytellers, I felt a mix of excitement and respect. The square pulsed with energy, every performer and merchant adding to the city's living tapestry. Yet my mind was already picturing the towering peaks beyond the city walls. The Atlas Mountains loomed in the distance, their jagged silhouettes promising adventure and testing my resolve. Mount Toubkal was not just a physical challenge, it demanded respect and preparation. Every piece of gear I packed felt like a promise to myself, a commitment to see this journey through no matter what lay ahead. My gear was packed, my spirit ready. I could feel the anticipation building, a nervous energy that made my hands tremble as I laced up my boots. The call of the wild in Morocco is irresistible, a song of high-altitude winds and ancient mule tracks. The mountains seemed to whisper their secrets, daring me to listen and to follow. I was here to listen, to become part of its rhythm, and to carry its melody home. Each step would be a lesson, each breath a memory in the making. The adventure had begun. The city was my starting point, but the mountains were my true destination. With the first light of dawn, I felt the promise of transformation. The real test was about to start, and I was ready to meet it head-on, one step at a time. The Atlas Mountains are the backbone of North Africa, stretching across Morocco like a sleeping giant. Here, lush valleys carved by ancient rivers give way to barren, rocky wilderness in a matter of hours. Mount Toubkal, at 4,167 meters, is the king of this range, its summit often shrouded in cloud or capped with snow. Toubkal offers a true high-altitude challenge, accessible to determined adventurers. The mountain is a symbol of Morocco's wild heart, a place to connect with something ancient and profound. The beauty here is in the details: sunlight on red rock, a shepherd's flute, ancient kasbahs standing silent. The Atlas Mountains are a living museum, every rock and village telling a story. For me, the allure was irresistible, a chance to disconnect from the modern world and reconnect with the fundamentals of survival and exploration. The Atlas was calling, and I was ready. The night before the hike, I lay awake in a small guest house, the quiet darkness broken only by the occasional creak of old wooden floors and the distant sound of wind brushing against the window. My mind raced with excitement and nerves, thoughts tumbling over each other as I tried to imagine what tomorrow would bring. I pictured myself on the summit, North Africa spread beneath me, a vision that fueled my determination and made my heart beat faster with anticipation. But fear was there too. The altitude, unpredictable weather, and the mountain's reputation for humbling even the most experienced climbers all weighed on my mind. This fear wasn't about failure, but respect for nature's power, a reminder to stay alert, make smart decisions, and never underestimate the journey ahead. My hopes were simple: reach the summit safely, feel the rush of accomplishment, and return with stories to tell. I wanted to connect with the land and people, to share a smile or a story with those who call these mountains home. And I hoped to learn something new about myself, to discover strengths or vulnerabilities I hadn't noticed before. Mountains strip away the non-essentials, revealing who you really are when comfort is gone and only determination remains. I hoped to prove my resolve and patience, to see if I could keep going when the path grew steep and the air thin. I wanted to match mental fortitude with physical ambition, to find balance between pushing forward and knowing when to pause. As I drifted off to sleep, gratitude slowly replaced fear, grateful for the chance to be here, for the opportunity to test myself in such a wild and beautiful place. I was thankful for a strong body, a curious mind, and a spirit craving challenge and growth. The journey itself was the destination, every step a lesson, every moment a memory in the making. In the morning I would meet the mountain face to face, ready or not. The adventure was real now. I was ready to begin, heart full of hope and respect for what lay ahead. The drive from Marrakesh to Imlil marked the true beginning of the trek. The city faded, replaced by rolling hills and small Berber villages. Imlil, at 1,800 meters, is the gateway to Mount Toubkal, a vibrant hub where climbers, guides, and mules gather. Here I met Hamid, my Berber guide, whose quiet confidence and deep connection to the mountains put me at ease. Sharing mint tea with locals, I felt the warmth of their hospitality and the instant camaraderie of fellow adventurers. Mules were loaded with supplies, their owners expertly preparing for the ascent. The atmosphere buzzed with anticipation, a shared dream uniting strangers from around the world. Imlil was more than a starting point. It was the heart of the expedition. As we set out, I carried the spirit of this place with me. The climb was about to begin. Leaving Imlil, we followed a river through walnut and apple groves, passing villages carved into the mountainside. Children greeted us with bright smiles, their energy infectious. As we climbed, the landscape shifted. Green valleys gave way to rugged, arid terrain. The path grew steeper, the air thinner, and every step demanded more effort. Hamid pointed out ancient irrigation channels and wild animal tracks, sharing the wisdom of generations. We adopted a slow, steady pace, pole, to conserve energy and acclimatize. The rhythm became meditative, the scenery breathtaking. After hours of climbing, we reached Sidi Chamharouch, a surreal shrine marked by a white-painted rock. Lunch was simple but delicious, a moment to rest and reflect. The mountain loomed larger, the biggest challenges still ahead. Our goal was in sight. The final push to the Toubkal refuge was the toughest yet. A steep, zigzagging trail above 3,200 meters. Every step was a conscious effort, the scale of the mountains humbling. Reaching the refuge felt like finding an oasis: stone buildings, a crackling fire, and the camaraderie of climbers from around the world. We shared stories, tips, and encouragement, turning a personal challenge into a collective experience. After a hearty tagine dinner, Hamid briefed us for the summit attempt. Wake up at 4 a.m., climb in the dark, stay together. His calm confidence reassured me. I prepared my gear, anticipation building. Sleep was elusive at altitude, my heart pounding with excitement and nerves. The wind howled outside, a reminder of the forces we'd face. I thought of the journey so far, the city, the valleys, the kindness of strangers. The summit awaited in the cold, dark night above. Tomorrow, everything would be put to the test. I was ready. At 4 a.m., the refuge buzzed with activity as climbers prepared for the final ascent. Stepping into the pre-dawn cold, we joined a river of headlamps snaking up the mountain. The first hour was a relentless climb, loose scree, thin air, and darkness. You focus on the small pool of light from your headlamp, one step at a time. Hamid's quiet encouragement kept us moving. As dawn broke, the landscape revealed itself. Jagged peaks, vast valleys, and a summit now visible against the brightening sky. The cold was intense, but the sunrise gave us new energy. The final ridge was brutal. Fierce wind, exposed rock, and fatigue testing every ounce of resolve. This was the moment to dig deep, to find strength you didn't know you had. The summit marker grew closer with every step, exhaustion mixed with excitement. The top was within reach. Every struggle was about to be rewarded. The summit was just ahead. That final step onto the summit of Mount Toubkal is unforgettable. After hours of climbing, I stood on the highest point in North Africa, overwhelmed by humility and gratitude. The sun bathed the atlas in golden light, peaks stretching to the horizon. I felt a warmth from within, a sense of accomplishment and awe. Hamid and I shared a moment of victory, grateful for his guidance and friendship. Other climbers celebrated, united by the effort it took to get here. I sat, sheltered from the wind, and took in the vast plains to the south and the haze of Marrakesh to the north. The world felt immense, my worries small. This is why we climb for moments of clarity and perspective. The summit is fleeting, but its impact lasts a lifetime. The descent was filled with quiet satisfaction, replaying the journey in my mind. Reaching Toubkal was more than a goal. It was proof of what's possible with determination and support. The trek down was a time for reflection. Each step away from the summit gave me space to process everything I'd experienced, the challenges, the triumphs, and the quiet moments in between. With the summit behind me, I could finally appreciate the journey in full daylight, the red rock, green valleys, and the kindness of the Berber people. The landscape seemed to open up, revealing new details and colors I hadn't noticed on the way up. This adventure taught me perseverance, the value of one step at a time, and the power of shared challenges. Every obstacle became a lesson, and every helping hand reminded me that we're stronger together. Most of all, it revealed my own inner strength. I discovered reserves of determination I didn't know I had, and a sense of pride that comes only from pushing your limits. Nature is the ultimate teacher, humbling, inspiring, and beautiful. It reminds us how small we are, yet how much we can grow when we open ourselves to its lessons. Travel isn't just about new places, it's about letting those places change you. The mountains left their mark on me, shaping my perspective and deepening my appreciation for the world. My journey to Toubkal stripped life to its basics: walking, shelter, and the joy of a shared meal. In those simple moments, I found a sense of connection and gratitude that's hard to describe. These are the experiences that enrich us, build resilience, and fill us with wonder. They remind us to celebrate the small victories and cherish the people we meet along the way. I encourage you to seek your own adventures, big or small. Every journey has the power to teach you something new about yourself and the world. Step outside your comfort zone and embrace the unknown. The most rewarding moments often come when you take that first uncertain step. The world is full of beauty and lessons waiting to be discovered. Every trail, every mountain, every sunrise holds a story if you're willing to listen. If my story inspires you, follow along for more adventures. There's always another path to explore, another lesson to learn. Now get out there and start your own journey. You've got this, and the mountains are waiting.